instead gives up the touchdown. And what a battle this is turning into between these two teams.
41 yards.
Little inside nod. Asante Samuel looking at the ball, looking at Kristen Kirk one-on-one. Derwin James, nice move.
He's going to go ahead, and you don't think at any moment right there, Howard, because you have cover zero.
With Hayden Hurst and Samaje Perine back there, who is there.
And this offense is rolling now. Watch, he comes up real slow. That's Jared Davis again out there in the slot at line.
Well, they're playing tight underneath.
To hold that ball to the very last second. It's a really nice route there.
Player in his own right has to give some ground. Ball was perfectly thrown.
Well, we've been talking about it all game. Does Wink Martindale go back to man-to-man? And here he is in a critical third down.
The regular season beat Charvarius Ward.
That's just a simple go route right there. You saw Charvarius Ward, that one spot where he looks back.
The first down of the night. Well, that's a really nice job by Gallup. He does a good job of pushing up the field and getting shots.
And all the football on the outside. Marlon Humphrey, number 44, just a stop, back shoulder, sort of a throw. And because if you're willing to throw it on those 3rd and 1 situations, you will get one-on-one with your best player against theirs. And Andrews with a monster catch right there.
You got to go fast. Let's take a look. That left foot's definitely down. It's hard to see if that right toe is in, but they're going.
He comes back, cover 2, and he's going to get in that hole, and this is a dime. And I think that sun is there. You can see how bright that is right there. This is just an outstanding play call, but what a job by Beasley. He's been doing this forever. He does an excellent job. Let's go to this. This is unbelievable throw and catch. There's nothing here, and this could be intercepted if it's overthrown just a little bit. You see that right there?
This is 4 deep zone coverage. When your receiver comes in your area, though, it turns into man-to-man. He's got his eye on the quarterback all the way. Great hand.
Triple covered. It's a perfect throw. It's a back shoulder. 2-man, we call it, so really you have help over the top.
It's zone coverage. They somehow vacate the zone. Quick out. Jones runs it, comes back for the ball. Desir Taylor doesn't make that tackle. Great ball placement. Ingram, fake inside, just nodded a little bit, get in the end zone behind the middle linebacker.
Great job by Edmonds.
Just what happened here, Tony?
Well, he runs right by. You see the speed, but the ball barely hangs, but it
just gets there.
Second-year guy out of Syracuse has had a good season.
And this ball was grab it and snatch it, but oh, perfect tech.
Herbert can throw this ball high because he's got a big target. Well, it's 3rd down and 10. Asante Samuel, he is notorious for gambling, sitting down. He's anticipating this. He wraps up Zay Jones, makes contact. That is Justin Herbert. He realizes he's got man coverage. Palmer out of the break, and that ball is just on the outside.
This situation, Josh Allen is blocking. Brad Allen's watching, so then you have a back and forth. He's not protected. He's just a football player now.
Justin Herbert, this is a fantastic throw. Williams is going to take away the inside, but he stops his receiver.
Watch 38. Opens up, running with him. Got his eyes right back on the quarterback. He's out of the break before Tyler Lockett is.
Great in their Miami win, where he was really matched up with Tyreek Hill, and he's been on it tonight.
Case is running at a defensive back, no matter who that might be. They have to give him space. And once you do, there you go.
Being able to hold it, because watch, you're going to check Kyle Juszczyk down. This one's going to go right over the top. You hold the linebacker there, but George Kittle on that in route for you to get it out on time. Juwan Jennings right there. He's on top of everybody right now. Get it out there. Let him run underneath it. You allowed Tariq Woolen to get that makeup time. You had so hard on the outside, working against Tariq Woolen, beats him to the inside right away. You got Cody Barton coming down. You think he's going to make the tackle. Then you think Mike Jackson's going to make the tackle. What a great job staying with this, because he doesn't catch it clean, but he just keeps battling. He knows he's going to.
His best throw of the night, Brady, and what a catch by Jones. They did exactly what I talked about a moment ago with the 2-deep safety look.
We're sitting down on routes, and we thought they'd have to go deep. First shot out of the box, Marvin Jones, just a straight takeoff.
And Prescott with his 4th touchdown pass.
Daniel Jones, 5 of 5 for 100.
To get him out in space. He's flexed out here. He's going to run a corner route off the play action. And Van Noy has great drop. Trevor Lawrence again puts this ball in the only place it could be completed.
Feel comfortable in that pocket.
They found their leading receiver. You hear all about McCaffrey. And you hear
Shanahan can design for you. I'm going to come out, I'm going to stock block you. Nope, I'm running right past you, Tariq Woolen. There's that throw that we didn't see early from Brock Purdy, too. He's beyond Tariq Woolen. Get it out there. Let him run underneath.
Oh, boy, was he ever. I thought when the ball was thrown, he was going to come down with it. You can see they're trying to run Jefferson on a big post.
Here's Ingram coming across, but it is zone coverage. Asante Samuel's reading the eyes of Trevor Lawrence all the way. And this is just a very good job of defensive game planning by Brandon Staley and Ronaldo Hill.
2 interceptions. So Sam,
2 edge guys are as good as there is in the league. And you'll see Slayton. They call these layered routes. Yeah, nice job here by Daniel Jones, seeing the inside leverage by 39 Chandon Sullivan.
unbelievable catch by Hodgins, and now Jones took a shot.
He did. They went fast. They didn't want to give Kevin O'Connell enough time to see the replay here at his home Jumbotron, and Darius Slayton almost makes an incredible play. Give Duke Shelley a lot of credit.
Look at this.
Oh, he is in.
What a replay.
What a great shot. What a great shot.